Imagine standing inside the most magnificent church on earth. Gold mosaics shimmer above you. Chanting echoes beneath a massive dome. Incense hangs thick in the air. It is July 16, 1054. Inside Hagia Sophia, thousands are worshipping. This is the day that would start the Great Schism, the split between the Catholic and Orthodox Church. Then suddenly, three men walk down the aisle, not priests of the East, not humble pilgrims, envoys from Rome. Their faces are stern, their steps deliberate. They place a document on the altar, a formal decree, excommunicating the Patriarch of Constantinople. Gasps ripple through the cathedral. But here is the chilling truth. No one in that moment fully understood. They were witnessing the fracture of Christianity itself, and the consequences would echo for 1,000 years. But how does one letter placed on an altar split the Church of Christ? To answer that, we must go back to when Christianity was still one body, and already quietly tearing apart. For the first 1,000 years after Christ, there was one universal church: Rome, Constantinople, Antioch, Jerusalem, Alexandria, 5 great centers, one faith. But unity does not mean uniformity. In the West, Christians spoke Latin. In the East, they spoke Greek. In the West, the Bishop of Rome slowly rose in influence, claiming succession from the Apostle Peter. In the East, authority was shared among patriarchs. Decisions made in councils, not by one supreme bishop. Two mentalities were forming. Rome, unity requires a center. The East, unity requires harmony. Neither side thought they were dividing the church. Each believed they were protecting it. But differences in language became misunderstandings. Misunderstandings became suspicion. Suspicion became pride. And pride is the most dangerous ingredient in religious conflict. By 1054, the tension had been simmering for centuries. Then history placed two powerful personalities at the center. In Rome, Pope Leo IX, a reformer, strong-willed, convinced of papal supremacy. In Constantinople, Patriarch Michael Cerularius, intelligent, proud, protective of Eastern tradition. Neither man intended to split Christianity, but neither would bend. When disputes escalated, Pope Leo sent legates to Constantinople. Leading them was Cardinal Humbert. Humbert was brilliant, but he was also rigid. Negotiations quickly turned hostile. Accusations flew. You are corrupt. You have abandoned tradition. You defy rightful authority. Diplomacy died, and pride took the throne. At first, many thought it would pass. Political tensions come and go, but this one did not. Generations grew up in separation. Theological differences deepened. Trust eroded. And then came something far worse than letters: crusades. In 1204, Western crusaders would attack Constantinople itself. Christians fighting Christians, looting churches, desecrating altars. If 1054 was the crack, 1204 was the shattering. But that story is darker than most Christians are prepared to hear. Today, Christianity remains divided between the Roman Catholic Church, the Eastern Orthodox Church. Over 1,000 years later, in 1965, nearly 9 centuries after the split, Pope Paul VI and Patriarch Athenagoras formally lifted the mutual excommunications of 1054. It was historic, emotional, symbolic, but full unity, still incomplete. The question remains: was the Great Schism inevitable, or was it preventable? Was it theology, or pride? Was it doctrine, or politics? But here is the unsettling thought. What if 1054 was not the true beginning? What if the real fracture started earlier, when power became more important than humility? And what if the events of 1204 did more damage than 1054 ever could? Because when Crusaders stormed Constantinople, they didn't just attack a city. They may have permanently altered Christian history, and what happened inside that city is something most believers have never been told.